If you've ever wondered what it feels like to live with a personal chef, let me just show you. My husband eats great every single night of the week because I make sure to cook things that we both enjoy, but they're anything but boring. In 2026, I want to make it my mission to pivot careers, and I would love to be a personal chef for a family that just enjoys homey, comforting meals. And not to mention, I think I'm pretty good at making meals that are budget friendly. For instance, this spaghetti and meatballs, I'm using ground chicken, and instead of going to the grocery store to buy pasta sauce, I'm making my own. So if you ask me how I like my pasta sauce, I love adding a little bit of salt, some pepper, Italian seasoning. If I have fresh basil, I'll definitely add it in there. This night I didn't, but trust me, it's one of my favorite ingredients. You can also add a little bit of garlic and some sugar to cut down on some of that acidity. You let that simmer on low for 25 to 30 minutes, and you have a delicious pasta sauce that you can use either on the same night or you can refrigerate and use it later on in the week. Now for my chicken meatballs, I like to imitate them as close as possible to traditional meatballs, but since we're using ground chicken, I am seasoning them more generously just to give them a little bit more flavor. And honestly, in this household, my husband prefers chicken meatballs nowadays. I season my chicken meatballs with salt, pepper, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and oregano. And I always love to add half of a diced onion just because I love the flavor that it gives. And in traditional recipes, you'll see how they soak up bread with milk, but in this household, we use what we have. So on this day, I had panko breadcrumbs, and I just splashed some milk on there, waited for it to absorb, and added it to my meatball mixture. Now in my pan that's heated to medium, I made sure to sear each and every one of these meatballs in olive oil just until they developed a nice and golden crust. They don't have to be cooked all the way because they'll finish cooking in the simmering tomato sauce and just absorb more of that flavor and come out so delicious. Once these bad boys are done simmering and cooked all the way through, I love to top them with extra tomato sauce and a pile of Parmesan cheese. There's a reason why this meal is one of our favorites here, so if you're stuck on what to make on a weeknight, try out this recipe and let me know what you think. But be careful, because once you start making this, you'll be the designated personal chef of the family, and then you'll begin to ask,